Hey, this is Osfer here, and today we're going to be discussing a controversial topic that's been in the news since last Wednesday, and that is Ahmed Mohamed, Muslim teen, detained over homemade clock that he brought into school. For those of you that don't know the full story, about last Wednesday, news started breaking that a Muslim teen was arrested and detained over a homemade clock that he brought into school. When I first saw the article, I first saw it on Yahoo. I clicked on the link to see and read more. And pretty much the article talked about how the school turned him over to the police because of his faith, because he was Muslim, and they suspected that this clock that he made was a bomb, and they pretty much thought that because he was Muslim. So after reading the article for a bit, I came to wonder a few things. Like, for one, why wasn't there a picture of the bomb with the article? How come we couldn't see what it looked like? I mean, if it clearly looked like a bomb, that would really blow that theory that they were being, anti-Muslim out right there, or if that would shed some more light on the story. Furthermore, they also quickly jumped on to the fact that they were anti-Muslim in the headline and in the story, and while I was reading through, I got no sense that they had anything. The teacher never said anything to that degree. The school never said anything. The school sent out a letter that pretty much stated that they took the proper precautions. I mean, it's 2015. We've had many different issues in the past with schools and bombs, and you got to really watch out for that type of thing nowadays. So a few red flags there on the first Yahoo story. I just checked my email, happened to see that. So that led me to look farther into the issue to see what truly happened. So as you can see here, there's been more stories since Wednesday. This one's from Thursday. And it gives the fuller story on how Ahmed was taken into custody after he supposedly built the clock to impress his teacher, but when he showed it to her, she thought it was a threat. So she was shocked and told the authorities because she thought it was a threat to herself. So this has led to a big issue lately because a lot of people have been rallying support for him over the fact that they think that this is anti-Islamic. And, after reading the fuller story, I just don't think that that is the case. I got an article over here. You can see the impacts of this is that Obama himself has invited him to the White House. Microsoft gave him a whole bunch of gear. He's at the top of the controversial section on Reddit for Microsoft giving him a whole bunch of stuff for free. Mark Zuckerberg has invited him to come to Facebook. He's personally said that he wants to go to he wants to go to MIT for college. And what I think is that he is using this in a way that helps him out achieve these things. He's getting free stuff off of this, and I think this probably was planned out from the beginning. Let's take a look at some more articles here. If you dig into this further, they have a fund set up for him where people are donating money. This is LaunchGood. If you've never heard of it, it's like a site where you can donate to Muslim people that have different goals. Crowdfunding credible Muslims, that's the goal of it. So he's already raised $15,000 off of this case of being mistaken to have a bomb. You can see the photo that they put up here. You can tell whoever took the photo took it for a news media type of setting. The way that they have a prop over there, the circuit board, that doesn't really have to do with anything, but it's just, happens to be in the photo. He was looking up circuits on Google. It helps give this technology image, and he has a professional image that he's appearing, and, it's crafted the way that it is. And they show a photo of him being arrested and confused looking and fear and frustration, But, I looked into the further story here. Money pours into him. There's other places people are giving him free money. And then there comes the other side here, where people at school thought it might be a bomb. So let's take a look at what the bomb actually looked like here. This is what the this is what the clock looked like here. Let's take a look at what the clock looked like. This is what it looked like. This is the picture that we were given, and this is the clock he supposedly made in a enclosure. You know, I read this article here on Art Voice, and it shows where this clock that he made came from. It turns out that he didn't actually make the clock. He just got an old clock from Radio Shack, took it apart, and put it into a locking pencil box from Amazon. So, I mean, he didn't really create anything, and that was really hyped up in the original articles, was that he created this device. He has this technological know-how, and a lot of people really rallied around that because they are now trying to say, oh, America needs to have more creativity, or, you know, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg said that, oh, he's showing how we can build stuff, and he's trying to use this in a way where he can get more publicity from it, but he truly didn't actually make it. He just put it into a case that looks like what a suitcase bomb would look like. Well, I mean, you can clearly understand how the teacher thought that it could look like a bomb. You want to, you know, Google suitcase bomb. You know, you got a lot of similarities between the two of them. It looks exactly the same. Okay, not exactly, but it looks very similar. And you can see how someone could be confused, and, you know, you have to make sure nowadays. You can't just let that go to chance. Reading further into the issue, I came across this article, and it says how he reacted, Mohammed reacted when he was in custody with the police. And he says that he was passive-aggressive. It wasn't really answering their questions about what the clock was, what he was trying to do, or why he brought it into school. And this made the police, you know, concerned about what it truly was. And it was also, it says in here, that he originally showed it to a electronics instructor who told him not to show it to the rest of the school. Don't bring it around, show it to his other teachers, because it could cause issues. And he purposefully didn't listen and showed it to his teacher anyway, and that is what caused the issues, because the English teacher was the one that was originally felt threatened by it because it looked like a bomb, and she is the one that brought it up to authorities. I mean, these are a lot of details that you just didn't get originally, and a lot of people just haven't looked into. So to finish off, I hope this has given you a more broad perspective on a controversial issue that is currently going on, and I look forward to making new videos soon in the future. Thank you.